Well, I'm a veteran, 15 years. I found out 2014 that I had soft tissue sarcoma when I got in Panama Canal when I was there. They dropped it on me while I was in the jungle. Didn't find out until 45 years later. Finally decided to come down here. They took it out in D.C. before I came down. I came down here. I didn't want to live because it was a bad situation. And so on February, up to that point of February, I was laying in bed because I was in deep pain. I was in 13 pain. I couldn't go out. I couldn't take a shower. I couldn't take the trash out. I couldn't do nothing. And I just laid there. I said, God, do something. So I mixed a drink with some pills in it next to my bed, and I fell asleep. Wouldn't you know? And then I woke up, and I have short-term memory, so I forgot about the drink being on my table next to my bed. Well, the third day, I ended up in a bicycle shop, and I have a bike that got tweaked. I'm sitting on this bike because I couldn't stand. I had my cane. I couldn't use that either with so much pain. And this guy I didn't know who they were. I didn't go looking. Guy by the name of Joe and Bob were standing over talking to an older couple. And Bob raised his arm up and said, hey, look at my biceps grew by an inch and a half with his patch. I turned my head and said, what? What'd you say? So this guy came over, 22 years old. And I asked, what do you know about this patch? These guys are talking, are you on it? He said, yeah, I'm on it. So for what? He turned around. He had a scar from the back of his neck all the way to his waist. And I saw that. He put on medication and called the court, got his money, found out about the patch and put it on. And I was told that he's no longer on his medication, very little probably, not at all. And he's out there playing ice hockey with the guys again. And I go, hey, that's for me. So I got it. A week later, I got on it with Doc Clincy. I convinced her to do it. And 2.5 weeks later, I put the X39 on my neck and the E on the back of my back at nighttime and the X39 during the day. And I swear to God, in 2.5 weeks, my pain was zero. I was walking without the cane. I had no pain. And I go, my God, this is unreal. So that's when I called Doc, and Doc said he had the same results. He's 79, I'm 71. So this has been very, very interesting. I just don't know how to explain. It saved my life. I saw David at the convention, and I shook his hand, and I said, you saved my life. And he kind of freezed. And all of a sudden he said, no, it came from God through him. And I said, no, if you weren't here, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So it was God's favor. So I have also about 8 weeks ago, I had a CT scan done. I'm sorry, 6 months ago, I had CT scan done. They saw a shadow on my right lung. So I started putting the stuff on my lung, and I got the results here just about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I didn't open the letter up for about 3 to 4 weeks because I was afraid what was going to happen there. I didn't know what it was going to say. Finally opened it up, and they said it was no longer there, gone. And I go, wow, this is pretty interesting. So what I did right after that is this cost a lot of money. I only got so much money. So I got off this stuff for I'd say about 2 weeks. I didn't take it at all. I wanted to see what would happen. Well, it didn't last very long before the pain started coming back. And it said to myself, my brain said, Frank, you need these patches. You better put them back on because you're going to end up taking those pills. These pills I found out, or these patches, are not a healer, not a cure. It's like taking medication, but not all these pills. So I'd rather take the patch than taking all the pills. And I found this out. I have to live with this patch or end up taking all these pills with chemicals. So that was pretty interesting for me and with the CD scan. But this is life-saving. I'm on the suicide list for the VA, and this has really saved my life. I had a teacher tell me about a story about her son maybe trying to kill himself. But I gave her a 988 number, and then I went to the convention and told some people my testimonial, and I said, wow, that's pretty powerful. And here I am having the opportunity to walk again and not have this pain. Still other issues I'm working, but I'm working along with the patches and finding out what else I can do with them. Otherwise, this is it's been a journey, and like I said, I know it doesn't heal and it doesn't cure, but it sure does take taking all those pills and medications and destroying your kidney, whatever. It just I just found out the hard way, and I'm here, and God has a plan, and I'm here for it, and I guess He still wants to keep on going. So that's why I didn't look for Bob and Joe. I just showed up in the bicycle shop, sitting there in pain, and it showed up there. And a week later, I got the pills or the patches and put them on, and I went, wow, this is. I've been telling everybody I touch, I tell them I got to. But this is amazing, and if you're not on it, you're crazy. If you're taking pills, because it's going to kill you. This is a solution. it's a gift. Like God has touched us and given us the opportunity to take this further without taking all this poison medication. And the chosen few are the ones that select it. And we move on and we give our testimonial to people to let them know what this can do. If they don't take it, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. And wow, I hope he just keeps on going. This is very strong. And I look forward to one of my bucket list items is to hopefully walk or jog a 5K next year. And that's where I want to go. That's what I want to do now.
And you've lost weight, right, Frank?
Yeah, I lost a little more than 30 pounds, and I'm going for a lot more. I'll save that for my next phone call.
You said you were exposed to Agent Orange 45 years ago?
Yeah, 1976, 78. I was out in the jungle there, and we didn't know it until we started researching right now. And I was homeless, and I tried to kill myself in Virginia, and I went to West Virginia, and they put me in the hospital. And they said I got a lump on my face, so let me go in. So we probably take it out. But they couldn't. They opened it up, and they said, "No, this has got to take a team of doctors from Moffitt and the others because you got a very, very the chance of getting this cancer is 2%." And they sent it to Aberdeen Proving Grounds to get a second reading on it. And they came back and said, "Yeah, I sent you the picture before February and after. That collagen has really changed my face. It just changed me altogether." But I would say if there's any veterans on here, you need to look at this possibilities of using this and not getting on the staying on the medication, but also fight for your disabilities.
Dr. Stacey, was it sarcoma? Was that the kind?
Yeah, soft tissue sarcoma.
And it was in the connective tissue of your face?
Yeah, it was all here, right here, and I took the whole side off of here. They took they took the graft and stuff from my arm and all the way down here, the arteries and stuff. They took my teeth. I can't have any teeth because I had radiation for 28 days. And my jaws are fragile. So if I put that, I'd have to have a new jaw if it cracked. And I can't get dentures in because they took part of my mouth here. It used to be worse than this. I had 4 operations before COVID where they had skin hanging. It looked like a tennis ball. And it just looked gruesome. I finally convinced them they had to take it off. But
they did surgery. They cut out and they did radiation for that.
They cut the whole side of the face off, but now they only had about that much skin inside. My face is attached to the inside of my mouth. I can't eat on this side. I eat everything on the left side, but I chew with my tongue and my gum. But I had to think outside the box to survive.
And you also, Frank, did you say you had floaters as well too?
Oh yeah, I had a floater in there. Like I was telling on the other call I had a floater in there. I was sitting on the couch and I kept seeing this real dark piece looked like a fly. And I kept doing that. I went to the doctor and they said, "You got a floater in there." So one day after I got on the patch, I'm sitting on the couch and I said, "Where's the fly go?" I said, "The fly's not around. The fly's gone. The blackness is gone." I had a little bit of a ghost, but there's no black fly flying around. I mean, it was totally black. It was really big too. Every time I would shift my eye, it would shoot, and I thought it was a fly.
And you've been on the patches since February?
Oh, I've been on the March since I went on the patch since March with Doc Quincy.
And look how much has changed in the last 7 months.
Yeah, one lady walked in and said, "How old are you?" I said, 71. She said, "No way." She said, "Where are your wrinkles?" I said, "I showed her the patch." I said, "The collagen." Yeah, my face is softer. My arm, my scars are a lot better appearance. And I had a scar here where I fell down last Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving. I went into a friend's house and I fell. I had stuff in my left hand and used my right hand, and it fractured it. They gave me one morphine, and the next day I was in emergency. I couldn't. I'm able to move my arm better than I wasn't going to be able to use my arm the whole way, reaching wide. But I know it's got something to do with the stem cell patch. I can do all the way down the back of my back now. I couldn't do that before. I mean, I really shattered it.
What you're doing right now is already going to exponentially, literally reach tens of thousands of people.
What I can say, and I really want to push, is it's not a heal or a cure, and I know that because I got off of it and I got the pain start, and they told me I need to get back on it. I don't want no pain. I don't want pills, and this has really been a lifesaver. It helps me deal with my problem with PTSD without having my brain sedated and my body sedated. My brain is the function of my computer. I operate that, and I got to be able to be off that medication to make those really important decisions. I think about suicide every day, but it's normal because now that I'm talking about it, I feel stronger and I feel better about it. And I even told my kids about it the first time. They didn't understand it, but I'm going to tell them some more about it. But I tell them my story. I feel it gets out there and people realize, hey, this guy's talking about suicide, but he's dealing with it. And I'm working with suicide people.